Hey everybody, Shelly Willis and Holly Colbert with the Cannon Builders Dream Team.
Hi.
We are coming to you today. We get asked all the time for us to explain how the building process works with the Dream Team. So we wanted to come to you live today and talk about the building process with the Dream Team. And so we broke it down into the steps to hopefully make it a little bit simpler for you guys to kind of understand how the process will work when you come in our door and see us.
We understand that it's super overwhelming. People don't understand, how do I start? What do I expect? So almost every phone call and every person that walks in our door asks the same question. So we thought it would be helpful if we just kind of
Absolutely.
brought it to you live and told you how simple it is. So
Well, the first step is getting you qualified. We need to know where you are as far as we have 14 to 15 floor plans that we offer, so we got to narrow it down to a couple at least. So we need to know where you're pre-qualified. If you've come in my door, sometimes people are pre-qualified already. 9 times out of 10, they're not. So we have...
That's okay.
Yeah, it is. It's perfectly fine. We have some of the best lenders in the industry that's going to help you.
We've used them for years, and the reason that we have preferred lenders, there's nothing in it for us other than peace of mind. I mean, we're feeding our buyers to somebody that we trust that will get you through the process as if you were working with us from start to finish. So it's important that you know that when we're putting you in front of our lenders, we've already been through the motions with them. They've helped our buyers through, and they don't just tell you how much you qualify for. They tell you what your monthly investment will be. They kind of walk you through the steps. So that way, you can be pre-qualified for $500,000, but you don't want a comma in your payment. you have to let them know where your comfort level is. And Shelly and I are great at taking that number and backing you into the home that will best suit your needs based on what your most important features are in your new home.
Which gets us to our next step, which is an information session with us. We are going to schedule a time when we have just sit down with you and go through our floor plans. Like I said, we're going to narrow it down. We're going to find out your wants, your needs, your desires, the things that you really are hoping to have in your home, and build a wish list. And sometimes we have to take some of those things out, but sometimes we get to add even a little bit more of those fun upgrades in the home. So we'll be building your wish list at the information session, finding your home site, which is just as important as which floor plan you're going to build.
Absolutely.
Where are we going to build?
Yeah, we're going to be forever.
Absolutely. What kind of view do you want out your back door? So that's what you're going to expect in an information session with us.
The next step is Shelly and I's favorite part, colors.
Yeah.
So color selection process can seem a little overwhelming for some folks. They see this big, beautiful home that we sit in our displays and they wonder, okay, how did you put this all together? We've both done this almost 16 years each, so we've done it a time or two. And what we like to do is kind of start in the heart of the home and work our way out. So it's not overwhelming. It can be broken down into one day. We can have 2 separate meetings, whatever you like to make it comfortable. But we walk you through, we lay out a color palette, and we really handhold through that. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people drive the community and already have their exterior colors picked. So it's great. Jump on Pinterest, get some ideas together, and then come to us and we put it all together on paper. And then that brings us to our next step, which is the pre-construction meeting.
One of my favorite parts of the process is the pre-construction meeting. This meeting, you're going to sit down with the project manager and myself. The project manager is the person in charge of building your home. We put those blueprints out on the table and we fill it in with the items that you have selected to put in your home, and we select different things, and it really comes to life at that point. I'm kind of, Holly and I both are nerds with the blueprints because when we see it, we get so excited. It's so funny. It's just
they have a smell about
I know.
them.
It's so exciting to see you put your stamp on this home and to see it come to life. And I tell you what, I say it all the time, it never gets old. It is so exciting. And at that point, I really feel people leave our door even more excited that they are ready. They are ready for some construction to begin at that point. And
they're wondering what's wrong with us and why we're so excited.
Exactly.
You would think that would get old, but we understand what's going to happen at the end, and all this is a snapshot, your very own personal snapshot of what your home is going to look like. So
very, very exciting.
Absolutely. Well, then the next step is in the background, we're ordering permits and plot plans, and you may not see ground move for a little bit and wonder, okay, I just did my pre-construction meeting, what's going on? There are a lot of back-end things that are happening, approvals, permits, lending, all that stuff on our end. So once that ground moves, it is great. You just sit back, you watch the building process, you get to see, you know, from footings to roof, everything come to life, which is really, really neat.
It is.
Our buyers love to watch it. I love to snap pictures. We have a lot of out-of-town buyers that we send pictures and video to. So this part is fun for most because they can see what they put on paper on that blueprint, what they picked out in that color session.
If there's a hard part of building with us is the waiting.
Yes.
Just that few weeks or so that you have to wait to see something get started. That's the toughest part. After that, it is just it's fun
It's
and it's
scheduled
exciting.
out the whole time.
Absolutely. So after that, when we get the home built, we're going to have a walkthrough with you. We want to walk you through your home. We want to make sure that everything is as is you expect it to be. Everything is in place. All the items that you have selected are there, and that everything looks wonderful.
Absolutely. And you've walked through it several times while it's under construction, no doubt. But when it's all done and it's clean and everything's put together, you know, there's no doubt in our mind that we are walking through it, you're walking through it, our project manager is walking through it almost daily. So we kind of do a checks and balances, make sure everything's there, and then once you're done with that walkthrough, guess what? You're off to closing, which is my favorite part because we get to give you your keys.
Absolutely.
So at closing, that's when you sign all your paperwork. They hand you your keys that day. That is one of my biggest questions. Like, when do I get my keys? Do I get it after I close? Is it the next week? I'm like, no. That day you're going to walk home with
sign your
keys.
name, get your keys.
That's absolutely right. And Shelly and I are sometimes at those meetings if you'd like us to be at closing. We don't mind showing up to that because nothing beats that part. But
absolutely.
we love going in after you get your keys, you've moved everything in, you've put your personal touches on it, you've made it your display, and it's just neat. So we hope you invite us over and let us see your dreams come to reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it in a nutshell. It's pretty simple. We walk you through. It's more steps verbally than it really is throughout the process. We take you through the process. We hope you trust us with that.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, and contact the Dream Team.
Bye.